So if you want to learn how to be a digital nomad, class is in session. Maybe please don't make the same mistake that I did, because what I did set me up to potentially fail. So if I were you, this is what I would do. So you want to travel around the world. You want to get paid while you're doing it. Seems crazy, but I understand. That's actually exactly what I do. Hey guys, I'm Michelle and welcome to my YouTube channel. So I went from working a full-time desk job to traveling around the world as a digital nomad, and now I'm going to help you figure out how you can do that. So this is going to be part of a series, Digital Nomad 101, to help you figure out the basics of how to do it and how to actually make that life for yourself. So in this video, my friends, we are going to cover the basics of what is a digital nomad and how do you become one. So let's start with a definition. What is a digital nomad? So I made up this definition, but it's someone who works online, making their money using digital tools and lives a nomadic lifestyle, who travels around. So in this video, I'm going to cover three really important things. The first is what exactly makes a digital nomad. The second is how do you become one. And the third is big mistakes to avoid that I personally made that I would do differently if I could go back and do it again. As a digital nomad myself, I can tell you two big things about it. One is it's freaking awesome. I absolutely love being able to travel around, work from wherever I want, and it's a dream come true. But the second one is that no one is going to hand this lifestyle to you. It's not a job that you can sign up for online. You can't apply for it. Really think of it more as a lifestyle instead of an actual job itself. So this means one big thing for you. This means that you have to create this lifestyle for yourself. And if that seems intimidating, I understand, but you shouldn't be intimidated by that because it means that you can actually use your unique skills to make this lifestyle for yourself. Therefore, in order to actually become a digital nomad, you need two things. You need to be working online, making money online, and you need to be traveling or living a nomadic lifestyle. I would definitely say the biggest hurdle is working online, finding out how to make money for yourself online. You can be self-employed or you can work for other people, but that would be, I think, the biggest hurdle on your plate to becoming a digital nomad, but it's very possible. So the next big question, how do you become a digital nomad? The big thing is finding work online. So I wrote some blog posts about finding remote work and becoming a freelancer. I'm going to link them below, but I'm going to go over some of the basics right now about how you can find work online and how you can become a digital nomad. So the big thing is you want to think about what skills you already have that you can use to find online work. I've met digital nomads who are photographers, who are lawyers, who are yoga teachers, who are personal assistants. Basically, there's remote work in any field. And I think now with coronavirus, we're seeing that even more. I mean, basically the whole workforce is remote, right? But the difference between just being a remote employee and being a digital nomad is one, having freedom in your schedule, and two, actually using that freedom to travel. If anything, this pandemic has kind of proved the point that remote work is easily attained. So this is definitely something that you can use in your favor when you are looking to actually become a digital nomad. So I'm going to make another video about more details about how to actually find work online and how to use your skills to find work, but I'm going to go over some of the basics right now. The first is you have to figure out what you can actually offer. So for me, I was working in TV and I looked at my skills and I said, what can I do online? I can write. That was another skill that I hadn't used before in an online setting. So you need to figure out what skills you have. It can be creative, it can be technical, it can be that you're great with people. All of those skills can be useful for an online job. Once you figure out what skills you have, my recommendation next is to establish yourself as credible. So create a website for yourself, make sure your social media is all clean so that if someone were to Google you, you would seem like a great candidate for a remote position. And then you got to start looking for freelance and remote work. And what I recommend you do is look at your competitors. So on platforms like Upwork and Fiverr, you can see what other candidates with similar skills are looking for. You can see what rates they're charging, and you can see how they're marketing themselves. See, when you're looking for remote work online to be a freelancer, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, and you can see what similar people in your position are doing and then figure out how to stand out. So that's a very quick overview of finding work online. The third part of this video I think is the most important. If I'm to tell you one thing in this video, it's maybe please don't make the same mistake that I did, because what I did set me up to potentially fail. I figured it out, but it could have gone one of two ways. So when I left to travel, I did not work at first. I saved some money and I traveled for about 3 months without actually working. And then I started to run out of that money. So my two options were to stop traveling or to start working. And so I scrambled to find work, and I figured out how to be a digital nomad after I was already traveling. So if I were you, this is what I would do. I would set up your remote work a little bit before leaving. So start doing online side jobs, start building up your online persona as someone who can do marketing or writing or photography. Start building that up in advance. Maybe you don't work at 40 hours a week or whatever. By the way, very few digital nomads actually work 40 hours a week, but whatever. I would start doing that work before you actually travel, because then you'll have a little bit of money already in rotation. I mean, if you're prepared to take time off, definitely do that. I highly recommend you do. But if you're looking to actually create a working and traveling lifestyle, working before you travel can be really helpful, I think. But you can do how I did it and just travel for a little while and then find work when you need to. The cool thing about working online is that there is a ton of work out there for sure. I will say that I love this lifestyle. It's something I dreamed about for years, and I want to share this with you because I know that I needed resources when I was starting to do it. I had to read a lot of bloggers, watch a lot of videos, and the information was kind of all over the place, and everyone does things differently. So this is how I do it. This is how I did it, and I hope that it can help you do it. So this is part of a series. In the next few videos, we're going to go through all of those different components of actually being a digital nomad, how to actually find work, how to budget travel. We're going to hit it all. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I cannot wait to see you again next time.